Hello everyone, in this video lecture we will discuss about the scale partial pivoting. Scale partial pivoting is the modification to the partial pivoting whenever we are solving a system by Gauss elimination method. So whenever the coefficient matrix A contain the element like that, suppose some element are smaller and some are very large like 10 to the 4, 3, okay, 2, 0.5, 2, 3, 9, 9, 1 minus 0.0032. So if you see in this matrix A, some element are very large, some are very small. In that case, whenever we will apply Gauss elimination method, then we will get lots of round of error. So in that case, what we do, we will try to normalize all the element of the matrix A. So we will try to normalize element of the matrix A. So how to normalize that we will do with the help of scaling. So with the help of scaling we can convert all the element of the matrix A in the form like between 0 to 1, and after that we will apply Gauss elimination method with partial pivoting. If we are applying Gauss elimination method with partial pivoting in a scaled matrix, then it is called scaled partial pivoting. Okay, so let's discuss how to proceed to the method. So scaled partial pivoting is what? In this case, we will define a scale factor that can be computed for the given equation of the system of linear equation, like SI. SI is what? That is associated to the rows 1 to n. SI equal to maximum of mod of Aij. That means if we go back, then we'll find out S1, that is the maximum element in this matrix A. So what is the maximum element in the matrix A in the first row? That is 10 to the 4. This is your S1. S2 is what? That is the maximum element in the second row. This is the element. Okay, just keep in mind we are taking mod value. So 2399. Suppose this is having minus sign, so we will take maximum it with the numerical value, not with the sign. Okay, we'll take what is the numerically largest value. So this is 2. Okay, so S1, S2, S3, these are called scaled vector, and it is defined maximum of Aij. J is 1 to n, that means associated with the row, ith row, and I is lying from 1 to n. That means in each and every row of the matrix A we will find out Si, and after that we will store these vector as we will store the value of S1, S2, S3 in a scaled vector, that is S, in the form of like that, S1, S2, S3. So S1, S2, S3, Sn are what? These are the scaled factor associated to the rows 1, 2, 3 and n. Okay, so these scaled vector does not change throughout the procedure. Okay, so this scale factor will not change throughout the procedure. After that, what we do, after getting these scaled factor, we will find out the ratio of the first row, of the first column, second column, etc. So how we can, after finding this scale factor, we will find out, we have to apply partial pivoting. So for applying partial pivoting, we will choose a pivotal row. Okay, how to choose that pivotal row? So pivotal row will be chosen on the basis of the ratio mod of Aij upon Si. Okay, where the ratio of So for what particular row the ratio of Aij upon Si is greater, that will be the pivotal row. Okay, where I is 1, 2, 3 up to n. In each row, what we do, we'll divide by S1, S2, S3, Sn to the first element of the first column, and then we'll find out the maximum value. So find maximum of Aij upon Si, where I equal to 1 to up to n. Okay, so the whatever the maximum value, that will be the pivotal row. So pivotal row will be based on the maximum element of this ratio. Okay, pivotal element, and that will, and the element is associated to this row, that will be the pivotal row. Okay, now let us explain it with the help of one example. After that we will apply partial pivoting. Let us explain this method with the help of the example. Suppose Ax equal to b is given to you: 1, -1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 5, -8, 6, 3, 4, 2, 5, 3. This is your A matrix. This is the system given to you: x1, x2, x3, x4 equal to vector b, that is 1. The element of the matrix is what? 1, 1 and -1. Okay, now solve it. Solve this system with the help of Gauss elimination method using scaled partial pivoting. Okay, so what we have to do in this case, first of all we have to select a scale factor. Okay, so what will be the scale factor? If we see in the first row, what is the maximum element in this matrix A? This is the first element. Okay, and in the second row, what is the maximum element? 4. In the third row, what is the maximum element? That is -8. We are not taking sign, we are taking the numerical value. And in the fourth row, this is the maximum element is 5. So this is what S1, S2 associated with the first, second, third and fourth row, S3, and this is your S4. So we will store it into the vector S, like 2, 4, 8 and 5. We will take positive value only. So this is your S1, S2, S3 and S4. And the row associated with what? That is first row, second row, third row and fourth row. Okay, so now we'll find out ratio. So summation of Aij upon Si. Okay, and where I equal to 1, 2, 3 and 4. Out of this we will find out maximum value of this. Okay, what will be the maximum value of this? Let us find out maximum of, in the first row. First row element is what? That is your Aij. J is equal to 1. We are taking j equal to 1. For j equal to 1, I we are varying. So I equal to 1 and j equal to 1. This is the element. So that is 1, 1 upon S1. Okay, upon S1. Next, what we have to take? We have to take this element. Okay, 3 upon S2, that is 4. 5 upon S3, that is 8. And then 4 upon S4. S4 is what? 5. Out of this, what is the maximum element? Out of this, the maximum element, this is the maximum. Okay, if we divide it, 1 by 2 is 0.5, 3 by 4 is, just compute all these values, and out of this, which is the maximum? 4 upon 5 is the maximum value. And this 4 upon 5 is associated to this 4 upon 5 is associated to fourth row. So this fourth row is the pivotal row. Okay, so fourth row is the pivotal row. Now what we have to do, since we have to apply partial pivoting, apply partial pivoting. So whenever we'll apply partial pivoting, so we have to interchange row R1 with R4. Okay, R1 to R4. We have to interchange R1 to R4. So what is your R4? This is your R4 row 4, 2, 5, 3. Okay. So since we are applying Gauss elimination method, so we have to write it into the argument matrix. So now row R4 is what? That is your 4, 2, 5, 3, minus 1. Minus 1 is what? That is the vector in vector B. Okay. And the all other rows will remain as it is. 3, 2, 1, 4, 1. Third row is 5, minus 8, 6, 3, 1, and the last row will be what? That will be 1, minus 1, 2, 1, and this is 1. Okay, so this is your, so L will be what? L का मतलब क्या है कि like that is your fourth row is converted into the first row and first row is converting as the fourth row. So that's why we have to change the order also here. Okay, so this will be 4, 2, 3, 1. Okay, accordingly we are getting S vector. S is also changed. What is S now? S4, S2, S3, S1. So S4 आपका क्या है? S4 is your 5, that is associated to it. 5, second and third are same, 8, and this is S1, that is 2. Okay, so this is the value of SIs. So this is the thing that we have to record in each and every step. After that, what we have to do, we have to apply now. Partial pivoting is done because we have interchanged the row. After that, we have to apply Gauss elimination method. For that, we will define multipliers. So M21, M31, M41. Okay, that we will compute. M21 will be what? 3 upon 4. M31 will be 5 by 4. And M41 will be 1 by 4. And after that, we will apply row operation R2 to R2 minus M21 R1, R32, R3 minus M31 R1, and then R4 to R4 minus M41 R1. Okay, after applying these row operation, let's see what matrix we are getting after applying these row operation. We are applying these row operation to this matrix. Okay, so what matrix we are getting? We are getting this matrix. First row is as it is, and we are getting 0 at the first column, and after that we are getting these second, third and fourth row change after applying row operation. Okay, in this case, this is what? This is your fourth row is converted into the first row. That's why I've already explained here, like this is your S4, S2, S3 and S1, because I told you these multipliers will not change throughout the computation. So S4, since the row is changed, that's why the multiplier associated with the fourth row is what? S4. That's why we have to keep record here. So S is what? That is 2, 4, 8, 5. Okay, L is what? That is, I told you fourth row is changed from first row. That's why we are just keeping the record of the row and scaled vector. After that, we will find out ratio. So what is our next step? Our next step is to make 0 at this and this position. So we have to apply we have to check which is the pivotal row. In order to check pivotal row, we will find out ratio. What ratio? That means like we have to make 0 at these two positions, but we have to take which is your pivotal row. For that we are finding ratio. So what we do, we will find out 0.5 upon S2. What is S2? That is 4, minus 10.5 upon S3, that is 8, and then minus 1.5 upon S4, that is your 5. Okay, we will take mod values and we will find out maximum of all these values, maximum of this value. Okay, so out of this, what is the maximum value? That is coming out to be 10.5 upon 8. Okay, if we'll compute these values, then the value is coming out to be as maximum of 0.125, 1.3125, 0.75. Out of this, which is the maximum value? Maximum value is 1.3125. Associated to third row. So this row is your pivotal row, third row. So this is your pivotal row. This is your pivotal row. So we have to take third row at the pivotal position. So what you will do, you will interchange. So that's why you will interchange R3 to R2. You will interchange R2 to R3. Okay, and let's try do it here. So we have changed R2 to R3. So we are getting here, this is your S4. Okay, now this is your S3, S22, and this is S1, because these values are changed. What is these values? These values are S4 is 5, 8, 4 and 2. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to make 0 at this and this position. So what we can do, we will define M21, that is what, 0.5 upon minus 10.5, and M31, that is minus 1.5 upon minus 10.5. After that we will apply row operation. So what we are getting, R3 minus M32 R2, that is in row R3. Okay, and then R4 minus M42. Okay, I have done one mistake. This is what, M32 and M42. Okay, because this is M32 and M40 position. M42 R2. So what we are getting after that, let's check it. So after applying row operation, what we are getting matrix like this. Okay, so in this case, what we are getting here, so after applying this row operation, what we are getting this matrix. This is the matrix. Since so what would be the what is our next step? Next step is to make 0 at this position. The same thing we will check here. Okay, now if you see our L is what, that is fourth row. 2 and 3 rows are changed, that's why third row first, and then 2 and then 1. Okay, similarly we are getting S is what, that is 2, 4. S vector is changed accordingly. What S is formed now? S is like 5, 8, 2 and 4. Okay, so what we do now, we will just try to find out. Okay, now we have to make 0 at this position. So what would be the value? Now we will find out the ratio of this element and this element, ratio of, that is maximum of minus 2.7619 upon S3, that is 4 mod values, and minus 0.7857 upon 2 with mod, whatever the maximum value is coming out to be, that will be the pure, like out of this whichever value is coming out to be maximum. Suppose first or second, first is associated to the third row and this value is associated with the fourth row. Okay, so what is coming out to be? It is coming out to be maximum of 0.6905 and it is 0.3929. Out of this is the maximum, that is maximum value is associated with the maximum value, or maximum ratio is associated to R3. So R3 is the pivotal row, so R3 is the pivotal row, so no change will occur. So now we'll apply, we will keep it matrix as it is, no row change will occur. So now we will find out our in order to make 0 at this position, what we do, we will apply row operation or we will apply Gauss elimination method. So M of 42 is equal to 0.7857 upon minus 2.7619. Okay, so this is, now we'll apply row operation, that is R4 minus M4 to R3. Okay, after that what we are getting? We are getting this matrix. This is the matrix we apply getting after applying row operation. So this is what, this is your A matrix, this is your B matrix. We can compute the value of the variable x4 is what, that is 1.4569 upon 0.8448. This value is what, 1.7245. Okay, the value of x3 we are getting from these, this is third row. Okay, x3 is coming out to be 1.8571 minus 1.7143 x4 upon 2.7619 negative. After putting the value of x4 in this equation, we are getting the value of x3, that is coming out to be 0.3980. Similarly, we can compute the value of x2. x2 is what, 2.25 plus 0.75 x4 plus 0.25 x3 upon minus 10.5. Putting the value of x3 and x4, we are getting the value as minus 0.3469. Okay, compute the value of x1, that is minus 1 minus 3x4 minus 5x3 minus 2x2 upon 4. This value is coming out to minus 1.8673. Okay, so this is the value we are getting. So the solution of the system by scaled partial pivoting is this. So this is your scaled partial pivoting. Thank you.